Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. We got Nate here again, and Noah's back from his pilgrimage to Mecca. So he
Nope.
is back. Nope.
All right. And that's how we're starting it this week.
Yeah, that's how we're starting this week.
Yeah, I was totally in Mecca, guys. And it was quite the experience.
Would you do it again?
No. Anyway, the room.
Yeah, if it's not obvious, we're stalling because we don't want to get into this movie.
No, I really don't want to talk about Ant-Man and the Lost Quantumania.
Yeah, actually, guys, the title of this podcast is clickbait. We're not going to be doing the room yet. We're going to be talking about Ant-Man and the Lost Quantumania, the first MCU film we have talked about here, and
we literally talked about Deadpool last week.
We talked about an MCU film last week.
Nuh-uh.
Sorry,
doesn't count.
Sorry.
This is the only this is the only true MCU movie in my opinion. None of the others are canon. This one is the best one.
This is the MCU.
Yeah. Anyway, so we're not actually talking about Ant-Man and the Lost Quantumania. We're talking about The Room, and this is the best movie I've ever seen. I think we can all agree on that.
Yeah, instant classic. The story was just so compelling.
I think, yeah, let's go over. You know what? Let me pull up the synopsis of this film. You can tell we're so organized for this one, but we're really just in shock of what we have just witnessed. So, all right, here is the synopsis. Johnny is a successful banker who lives happily in a San Francisco townhouse with his fiancée, Lisa. Hey, nope, future wife. That right.
Future wife. Future
wife.
Future wife.
One day, inexplicably, she gets bored of him and decides to seduce Johnny's best friend, Mark. From there, nothing will be the same again. It was released on June 27, 2003. It had a $6 million budget. And it was written, directed, acted, and produced by Tommy Wiseau.
Actually, the credits say produced by Tommy Wiseau twice.
Yeah, yeah, he's the executive producer and producer.
The GOAT, absolute GOAT.
So, shout out to Tommy Wiseau for making this movie, and he plays the character of Johnny, who is just Tommy Wiseau.
He's just playing himself.
He just plays himself. And who else is in this movie that we should talk about? We should talk about Lisa, who I don't know what.
I forget. I don't know her name.
So I don't know why she does what she does. I don't know why the characters do anything in this movie, to be completely honest. There are several.
I don't know the motivation.
Yeah, there are several plot lines dropped for no reason, and this movie had to have been written by an alien, and that's why I believe Tommy Wiseau is an alien, and aliens are living among us.
Sorry.
So, Nate, this was your first viewing of this movie?
Oh, yes, it was.
I want you to walk me through the plot.
I can't.
I'll try.
There is no plot to walk through.
Okay, now I can help you guys out. I've got the movie pulled up on my totally legal streaming site to kind of skim through it a little bit. Help you guys out here.
It starts with Johnny coming home to Lisa, and he brings her this nice little red dress, and then this little kid is fucking.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, not a little kid, by the way, because the actor who plays him was 30 years old.
Yeah, we did a Google search before this. He was 26 when this movie came out.
I have the movie pulled up right now. There is no way this is a 30-year-old man, bro. What?
Oh my god. He walks to their bedroom and says, this is like the third line we hear from him. He says, "Oh, come on, guys. I just like to watch sometimes."
When they're about to have sex.
The
third thing we hear this say, by the way.
Denny is a real life porn addict. He doesn't watch it online. He goes for the real thing.
There, I am 100% convinced that this movie was just a really over budgeted softcore porn movie.
Oh, it had to have been.
There's no way this was meant to be a real thing. Like, there's no way this was meant to be a serious movie.
No. It's all for money laundering.
Oh yeah, Ryne, you want to talk about the budget for this movie?
Yeah, so this budget, the budget had $6 million, and there's this New York Times article that I found, because I actually do research because I care about my craft. And the way he got the money is, it says Mr. Wiseau paid hundreds of thousands of dollars for an infamous billboard advertising the room, which you guys have probably all seen. It was up in LA for years. I drove past it a few times when I was a little kid. They had it up for probably 6 or 7 years after this movie came out because he paid that much money for it. And
where does he get this money from?
well, like, the way he says it is that there's two very prevailing theories, or three actually. Either he was part of the mafia, he sold imported clothing, which I think is the confirmed one that he says. He says he sold like imported leather jackets and like was a real estate agent. But there's also a third theory that he's DB Cooper, which I think is
what?
Really
It all makes sense now. It all makes sense now.
So, fans have filled the gaps with various explanations, some more likely than others. Much like the time that Senator Ted Cruz denied being the Zodiac killer, Mr. Wiseau disputed the fan theory that he is DB Cooper. He said, no." That was his response to it. "Are you DB Cooper?" No."
No.
He said, this was his quote, "Not familiar with that. Looking right now, they are wrong. Let's put it that way."
Tommy Wiseau, man.
Oh my god.
He's an alien. He is an alien. There's no way.
Oh my god.
I saw a comment on a YouTube video where I'm kind of paraphrasing it here, but he was kind of saying like, oh, it's pretty hard to write, direct, act, and produce a film, especially when you're on another planet. So I commend Tommy Wiseau for taking up this type of project and doing literally everything. The problem is, it might be the worst movie I've ever seen.
No, you know what the funniest part of going back to that conspiracy theory? Let's say for shits and giggles, Tommy Wiseau was DB Cooper. Mm-hmm. The age that people speculate DB Cooper would be, Tommy Wiseau would be like 82 in this movie.
Yeah, makes sense.
I don't see any holes in it. I don't see any holes in this theory.
Especially just like how there's no plot holes in this movie.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. There can't be plot holes.
And every plot line gets resolved in a timely manner.
Yeah, especially where Denny is like a drug dealer or buying drugs or something. It's confusing to what he's actually doing, and then it's just dropped.
And then he's like, "I bought drugs,"
and then it's just never mentioned again.
But bro's saying, "Oh yeah, I bought drugs. I needed the money." Wait, you were spending the money on drugs though.
My favorite. I was trying to find positives of this movie other than the fact that it made me laugh. And the opening shots of this movie, like camera work wise, are not the worst thing I've ever seen.
It was just like normal,
like the shots of the city skyline. But
they're semi-professional.
Yeah, which is crazy for this movie.
They spent all $6 million on those shots.
I will say, I think it is so blaringly obvious, at least it was to me, that anytime they're filming on the roof, that they are in front of some sort of screen, whether it's like a painted screen or a green screen. Like,
don't say.
No, dude, what are you talking about? They're on a roof. Oh man.
dude,
Oh,
that is literally the
my
sky in the
bad.
background. They're filming outside.
Oh, my bad. My bad. I didn't
That's
realize.
that's not on a soundstage or anything. Come on, guys.
I don't
No,
even
not
think
at
it was
all.
on. I think it was. I'm genuinely convinced this was just filmed in somebody's basement.
Yeah, probably.
Like,
Now, Mr. Tommy, Mr. Wiseau, if you're listening to this podcast, which I know you are, just like Ryan Reynolds in the last episode, please come join us on the podcast. We'd love to have a informed discussion about your movie.
yeah, I would love
and how you're
if
deeming
there's one thing that I would love, it'd be to pick his brain about what was going through his head when this movie was going on.
All right. So the question is, how much would you pay for dinner with Tommy Wiseau to talk about the room?
So much money.
Oh, dude,
Whatever the price was, I would find a way.
I'd take the $3 billion that I got from the hypothetical $3 billion or dinner with Jay-Z question, and I'd fund going to dinner with Tommy Wiseau with that.
I believe it was like $500K or dinner with Jay-Z. I'm taking dinner with Jay-Z.
Well, I'm taking dinner with
I'm-
Tommy Wiseau.
I'm taking the 500K so I can then use that for dinner with Tommy Wiseau.
Yeah.
Yep, you got the right idea.
This is what we call
So-
a business opportunity.
Instead of talking about Tommy Wiseau the whole time, I guess we have to talk about the film.
But do we?
I'm referring to it.
Do we have to?
I think we do. I refer to it as a film, but it is just it's just a collection of different scenes made by amateurs. Calling it a film is quite it's quite disingenuous.
No. You're right. It's not film. It's cinema.
Yeah.
This is the
It's
loosest
cinema with-
definition of word film.
Yeah, so there's plenty of how many sex scenes are there? I believe there's about what 5, 6, 700,000.
There's a lot. There's a lot.
And every single time, there's always R&B music from the 90s with it. So whenever that is cued in, you know that a sex scene is coming.
Yeah, but also the music starts like a good minute and a half before the sex scene starts.
Yeah. It's always just like in preparation. It's just building up.
Oh my god. The funniest thing about this entire movie is what the fuck am I trying to say? I just completely forgot what I was going to say.
Skill issue.
The room has ruined my mind. Oh yeah. This movie.
Anyway,
is
how's your sex
technically
life?
This movie is a film by the definition that it exceeds the Hollywood Actors Guild definition of a film going past 80 minutes. So by that definition, it is a feature film. But I think that's the only definition that this is a film under.
Okay. So one of my favorite parts, I just want to say before I actually go through the plot, if you want to call it that, of the movie. So when the mom of Lisa reveals something very shocking to her, that she has cancer, and neither of them care.
Oh yeah,
And
another plot line that's just completely dropped seconds after it's mentioned.
Yep, they don't care, and they just talk about something else that's never mentioned again throughout the entire thing. Like how also Denny was selling drugs or whatever, and that's never mentioned again. And they wear tuxedos for some reason while playing catch, acting like it's going to be the wedding, and then that's just dropped, and they were wearing tuxedos and playing football for no reason.
I think the only plot line in this entire movie that doesn't get dropped is the fact that Lisa's cheating on Johnny. It's the only thing that's consistent throughout the whole movie.
The only thing that's consistent is that Lisa doesn't want to talk about it.
Oh yeah, that too. She never wants to talk about it.
One of my favorite scenes. Sorry.
Lisa does a lot of talking for somebody who doesn't want to talk about it.
Okay, one of my favorite scenes in this whole movie is right before her mom tells her that she has cancer. It's the scene where she's like, Johnny hit me, or he drank and then he hit me, and the mom's first reaction is not, oh my god, my daughter's getting beat by her fiance, or sorry, soon to be wife or whatever.
Future wife.
Yeah. Her first reaction is, Johnny doesn't drink. which seems like the least important part of that whole scenario.
Well, yeah, that's one of the best plot lines. That's just completely dropped, or it's just like that's a pretty serious accusation where Lisa can have like an alibi to get out of this relationship or whatever with just saying, "Oh, Johnny hit me," and then it's just dropped.
Sure, Johnny beats her like a pro athlete's wife, but he doesn't drink.
Yeah,
it's not dropped.
Sure,
It's not dropped because remember he's on the roof and he goes, "I did not hit her."
Yeah,
I did
It's
not.
bullshit.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, yeah, that's something we could talk about. The fact that every time somebody walks through a door, whatever character is like talking in that scene, they just stop whatever they're doing and they go, "Oh, hi!" Insert character's name.
Dude, okay, here's the problem with every single scene is that there is so much walking through doors and out of doors, walking in and out of rooms, starting conversations, which is being like, "Oh, what's new? Nothing. What is there to take away from this dialogue scene?" When it's just the casual conversation that reveals absolutely nothing about the characters. And we should start these scenes a little bit later than just having like another example is where Johnny and Mark are in a coffee shop and we have two strangers get orders for their coffee or whatever, and then we finally get our main characters, but we just wasted an entire minute on nothing that actually advances the story or reveals anything about the characters. And every single scene in this movie sucks. We learn nothing in any scene. And this movie is about absolutely nothing.
I don't.
And it all ends with Johnny just freaking killing himself. So what's the point?
Oh my god.
I don't think Tommy Wiseau knows that you could like start a scene with like something already happening. I think he thinks that like you have to start the scene with the people walking into the scene every time, like it's a fucking stage play.
Yeah, bro, literally, like when you're with screenwriting, like you're supposed to start. There's something that says like start scenes late and end them early. Tommy Wiseau just completely ignores that and wants everybody to just walk into the room every single scene and start every conversation with just "What's up?" Oh, no. First off, "Oh, hi,"
Hi.
whoever the character's
Oh,
name is.
hi.
What's new with you? And then they say nothing. What's the point?
He
And
always
then
goes,
the scene
"Oh,
ends.
hi."
And then the scene ends. And then it ends. There's
No,
nothing past that.
They say not much. Throw around a football, talk about absolutely nothing, and then leave.
He goes, "Oh, hi!" Like he's surprised that they're there when he's the one walking into the fucking room.
Oh
No,
god, this
literally,
movie made me lose brain cells.
every single time there's a character seeing another one, it's just "Oh, hi." And like
Oh,
you
hi.
walk into an apartment, you expect to see Lisa and Johnny in there or whatever, but you're surprised. You're just like, "Oh, hi, Lisa. Oh, hi, Johnny." It's like this creepy character Denny, who is apparently the actor is like 30 years old, but he looks he's 13, and is absolute creep. So he buys drugs or sells drugs or something. I don't know because the movie doesn't care to explain. And he also is a complete pervert. And I love how Tommy Tommy, Johnny, whatever the heck the character's name is, and I love how he just completely shrugs off when Denny is talking about like, "Oh yeah, I love Lisa, I want to kiss her," and Tommy's like, "Oh man, that's okay."
No, so that's another really good example of like the "Oh, hi Daddy, what's new with you?"
Yeah,
And
that's
like
another scene.
but no, but like then they go into this like conversation where Denny is like, "Oh, I'm in love with Lisa." Like that could have set up a really interesting conflict in the movie. And then it just goes nowhere. It's never brought up again.
Tommy Wiseau immediately goes, "The world would be a lot better if we all loved each other."
She loves you as a human being.
A human being. No, my favorite thing is when the drug dealer pulls the gun on Denny, and then they just they let him leave, Like they don't call the police or anything after he pulls the gun.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah,
then-
go in peace.
And two, the mom's kind of like trying to console Denny, and Denny's like, "You're not my mother, you stupid fucking bitch! Shut up!"
No, that's
Not
not about
valid.
that.
Valid.
Tommy Wiseau. I'm just gonna refer to him as that throughout the rest of the movie as his character. Where he where he calls Lisa that at the end, basically.
You stupid bitch.
Oh my
in
God.
a few minutes. Man, what are we? Where else?
This
Where do we
movie
go?
genuinely makes me angry.
No, this movie simultaneously makes me laugh and make me angry.
I guess I'm in a different boat with you guys because I just love the fucking chaos of this entire movie.
Okay, so all right, let's break this down here, right? So, what is the purpose of telling a story? It is to teach, entertain, or whatnot. What was the purpose?
Or persuade.
Or persuade, yes.
To persuade me to look at Tommy Wiseau's bare naked ass for a fifth time.
Man, like I get it. I get that movies don't need to have complex plot lines. We talked about it last week with Deadpool. Like it was a very simple story in Deadpool.
Yeah, but it works.
I feel like
it doesn't work here.
But no, so I feel like it's the exact opposite. I feel like this story is trying to be so complex and so deep, and it just doesn't work.
Tommy Wiseau thought he was making the most serious and heartbreaking film ever, but at the end, when he kills himself, I laugh.
I mean, like, I think the foundation is there for a good story.
No, there's not. It's written, directed, acted, and produced by Tommy Wiseau, who is an alien. It did not have a good foundation.
Right, so my freshman year in college, I had a screenwriting class, right? I am 100% confident that I threw together my shitty cobbled script for my final at 10 p.m. the night before it was due, and it was better than this movie's script.
Probably was.
Because at least it ended properly. It didn't just end with Tommy Wiseau fucking killing himself, and then his wife being like, "Oh great," or "Oh Mark."
Whoa. Future wife.
Future wife.
What's future wife fucking dead?
Oh my God. Like everything is just so bad. Like the acting is horrible.
No, what are you talking about? Tommy was the best acted scene of all time as when he goes to buy flowers. And I really love that scene, and that was very crucial to the plot, and I thought that it was good to spend time on that scene. Like, this entire movie just, like, okay, so literally in the middle of the film, Tommy Wiseau's character finds out he's being cheated on. Just blatantly obvious. Lisa admits it when he's talking to her mom, and Tommy Wiseau's character does absolutely nothing. But apparently he feels the need to like set up like a recording thing or whatever. What's the point of that though when you already know?
I don't know. He's like Denny. He wants to watch.
And also I get the feeling that Johnny and Mark are best friends because I mean it's just a little feeling. It's not like they say it like 100 times or anything.
He's my best friend.
Yeah, so The Room basically throws out everything about storytelling when it says show, don't tell. No, tell the audience everything.
And don't show them anything.
Only show them R&B sex scenes.
Only
It's
show
an
them
hour.
Tommy Wiseau's bare ass.
It's an hour and 40 minutes of exposition with sex scenes sprinkled in. No, not even sprinkled because they're in.
Yeah, half the movie.
They are baked in.
Yeah, they got sex scenes baked in, and then it just ends.
This movie is an hour and 40 minutes of nothing.
It's the Seinfeld of movies, but at least Seinfeld was good.
Yeah, Seinfeld's at least good.
Jesus, Lord, forgive me for watching this movie.
So
sorry.
Let's scrub through and get the plot going, whatever it was.
Yeah,
Wait, what?
Nate,
Okay. Let me get into what you were gonna say first, Ryan, and then we'll go into that and have a little bit of structure to this.
I don't know if we can have structure to this. Just
yeah, there is no
the
fucking
movie.
structure going.
There's nothing to structure it around.
We're gonna attempt to anyway. So the movie starts with the decent.
Wait, hold on, Ryan. What were you gonna say before
Yeah,
we do
my
this?
bad.
What was it? What was I gonna say? Oh, okay. My favorite thing is where every time that Lisa tries to have sex with Mark, he's like, "What are you doing? What are you doing? What has she done every fucking time that you've hung out with her?"
Well, yeah, but Mark's always just like, "Oh, I can't do this anymore," and then 2 seconds later,
And then does it anyway.
2 seconds later, just like, "Well, we're already this far. Screw it."
I'm the bone.
Yeah. So the opening shots don't look that bad, right? So you're thinking, okay, this might not be that bad of a movie, and then the first line of dialogue hits, and then you realize how terribly there's something off right from the first line of dialogue. You just already know that this is not a normal movie. So okay, so it kind of started with Johnny and Lisa. Lisa tries on the red dress, and then Denny goes into the bed. Yeah, we kind of mentioned this, and then they have a 5-minute sex scene or something.
It is longer than that. It's like 10 minutes.
Hold on, no, it's not 10 minutes. Okay, I'm literally scrolling through the film right now. So it
He's
starts
like,
at
let me watch.
the 4-minute mark, and it ends at the 10-minute mark. So it's 6 minutes.
So already over half the movie.
More than half the movie so far is sex. And then we get Lisa's mom going into the room to probably talk about nothing. Yeah, this is not going to work. They don't talk about anything this entire movie. Okay, and apparently, so Mark came into the room after that, and then they have their thing going. So what's interesting is that it's kind of inferred on Lisa and Mark's first phone call, where it's like, okay, this has been a thing for a while, but then it also kind of gets the vibe when they actually meet up that it's like the first time this has happened. So I have no idea what their thing is, because Tommy Wiseau does not know how to write anything.
No, I think we have to do it. I'm gonna pull up this letterbox review so that we can actually have some sort of structure for this.
From Sarah.
The
from
letterbox
Sarah.
review will probably be better.
Shout out Sarah. You've been making letterbox reviews since 2014. Nice job.
All right, let's see. Did the San Francisco Tourism Bureau finance the opening credit sequence?
They had to. It's the only well shot thing in this movie.
Well, no, but the $6 million had to go somewhere.
Yeah, it went to cocaine and hookers on set. I'm almost positive. Why is a grown couple hanging out with a 14-year-old rando?
Exactly.
Right.
They
Rando.
never give any explanation. We're just like Denny just because no friends or anything. So it's like, let me go hang out with this random couple.
No, there was an explanation. It
He's
wasn't a
saying
good one.
Oh yeah, he's an orphan or whatever.
Yeah, he Johnny and Lisa are like his parent figures because he's an orphan.
Just
Those are some shitty
bro,
parent figures.
Just become Batman, bro.
It's become Batman.
Also, guys, I'm gonna send you the picture of the. You guys have seen the cover for this movie, right?
Yes, you sent it to us.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, he is definitely mewing in that picture.
Tommy Wiseau rizzes up the audience when marketing this movie.
All right. No, the most crucial question for this movie: are they done having sex? No,
that is what I'm saying.
They're not.
No, they're never done having sex.
Dude, the first time I watched this movie, I half thought that after Tommy killed himself, Mark and Lisa were gonna start banging on his corpse.
Jeez.
All right. Oh, here's a good one. Why is Mark surprised Lisa's coming on to him when she was calling him baby on the phone earlier?
That's what I was talking about. It's just Mark's always surprised when Lisa comes on to him, and it's just like, buddy, you guys have had sex like 10 times in this movie. Why are you surprised now?
Or maybe they haven't. We have no idea.
This whole dynamic is never developed. We're too focused on I don't know what we're focused on actually. We're just focused on the sex itself and not the actual relationship.
Oh my god. Are they seriously going to have sex on a hard ass, uncarpeted, cramped spiral staircase?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, they are.
Yes, they did. Wait, hold on. How long is the sex?
Or did they? Did they
17.
even do that? Or did they just fucking touch each other? Oh, so here's the question I'm going for. Wait, have they started having sex yet, or are they just pawing each other like tender monkeys?
Well, to the room's credit, what do you want them to show? Do you want them to show straight up penetration in a movie made for theaters?
No, but at least in the first scene, like her fucking tits were out.
Or stop having
Forget that.
500,000 sex scenes in your movie and actually make a movie, not a porno.
With a movie behind it.
I don't even know if there's a movie behind it. There's a movie in the distant skyline going on.
Oh my god.
What else is there in this?
Let's see. How could the florist not immediately realize that it was Johnny when clearly no one else in the known world looks like Johnny?
She stole that joke from someone. I know she did because I was watching a fucking Nostalgia Critic review of this, and he said, "Who the fuck else walks into a flower store looking like a French zombie?"
sounding the way Tommy Wiseau sounds.
Yeah. Who looks, walks, and talks like Tommy Wiseau? He is from a different planet. How could you not recognize him right away?
Tommy Wiseau talks like he has a sore throat, but instead of salt water, he gargled with cocaine.
All right, what else is there in this thing?
All right. How long are they going to have sex this time?
What's
is she,
5 minutes.
biggest odds?
Is she saying she lost her friends because the computer business is too competitive, or was the thing about the computer business a total I don't know what that word is, to be completely honest. Sequitur?
You don't know what a non sequitur is? What are you in 4th grade?
All right, big guy. What's it mean then?
It's like when two things have completely nothing to do with each other.
Oh, so like every
that's
that's
non-sequential. Idiot.
Don't they? Fuck you.
Anyway,
Anyways, guys.
was this is the important question right here. Was this sex scene supposed to bring anything new or different to the proceedings that the first sex scene like 10 minutes ago didn't already do?
Oh my god. Are we supposed to know who are these people? Are we supposed to know who they are?
Hey, Nate.
Is chocolate is a symbol of love so good a line it really bears repeating twice? Sorry, Ryan. What were you saying?
The definition of a non sequitur is an irrelevant, often humorous comment that has nothing to do with the preceding topic or statement. So it's what I said.
So like every line of dialogue in the room.
Yes.
All right,
my god!
So why is chocolate a symbol of love? I want to know that. Tommy Wiseau, what? How is it a symbol of love? Can we explain it? No. Okay.
Mr. Wiseau, how does chocolate represent love? At least in Forrest Gump, they explain why fucking life is like a box of chocolates. Like, imagine he just said that and then didn't say anything else afterwards. He's like, Mama always said life is like a box of chocolates, and then just goes on to the next scene.
Forrest Gump, if it was directed by Tommy Wiseau.
No, if Forrest Gump was directed by Tommy Wiseau, he'd have sex with Lieutenant Dan.
Oh God! No, this is the best question right here. Is the line of dialogue? How many people coming out of this apartment every day? The only sensible question that would be posed this entire movie.
Oh Jesus! I still have no reason why this movie is called The Room.
Because it
are in
takes
the
place
like
in the
same room
room.
forever. It takes place. But no, Johnny kills himself in the room.
Oh, yeah, that totally explains it.
Oh yeah, a good question about Denny. Okay. No, the best question before that. Why is any of this happening? Wait, is he taking drugs or selling them? Why is she freaking out about him doing drugs? What was established was that he was selling them because he needed the money. And why is Lisa's mom getting so emotionally invested? Yeah,
All
why
right,
does Lisa's mom care so much?
yeah, fuck Lisa's mom. I found a quote from the big guy himself. Tommy Wiseau, the writer, director, and star of the 2003 movie The Room, says he
And
named the
producer.
film after. Yes, sorry. Says he named the film after a house room because many good and bad things can happen in a room. The movie is about a banker in San Francisco whose life is turned upside down when his fiance has an affair with his best friend. Some say the title doesn't make any sense because the characters aren't trapped in the room, and the movie is more about anger, betrayal, and depression.
No, the movie's not about anything. The movie's about just saying, "Oh hi, so and so character," and Lisa not loving Johnny for no reason at all. I love how Johnny and Lisa literally have no relationship and no like development at all, and there's no real reason for Lisa just all of a sudden saying like I don't love him. Like how about we show don't tell and show like them being uncomfortable, but that's what an actual filmmaker would do. So whatever.
Yeah, show like Johnny like hitting her or something like.
Or just show Lisa just like not being as like invested in the relationship or whatever, or what I don't know, like to do something a filmmaker would and actually like show things happening and not just be like, I don't love him anymore.
And
Yeah.
I would be so much more okay with the fact that Lisa said, "Oh, I just don't love him anymore." If the first scene of the movie didn't end with them having a 6-minute sex sequence.
But yeah, that's the thing. There's like you look at the first 10 minutes, just like wow, okay, so they're a pretty strong couple. They seem like they're having fun and all that. I mean, it's terribly filmed and stuff, but like at least
I would assume they'd be a pretty happy couple.
I'd assume okay, yeah, they're having their wedding soon. Okay, they're going strong. But no, all of a sudden it's just 1 minute after a 6 minute sex scene. It's Lisa's just like to her mom like, yeah, I don't love him anymore. And just like why? Lisa's mom is like why? And she's like, I don't know. I just don't love him.
I just don't.
Just lost feelings,
Mm-hmm.
All right,
You guys,
where was I?
I really want to do this movie in a different episode. Have you guys seen his other movie, Best Friends?
No, I haven't.
Why would I watch another Tommy Wiseau movie?
Well, it's not just Tommy Wiseau. It's Tommy Wiseau and Greg Sestero. So Johnny and Mark are back on the saddle together.
Oh no. Is it wait?
Hey.
So you've seen it?
I have seen it. Yes.
Is it? How bad is it?
It's not as bad as this movie.
Well, yeah, but like,
it's bad. It's bad.
is it like so bad it's good or just bad?
I mean, the guy who plays Mark, Greg Sestero, I actually think he's a pretty alright actor.
So Tommy Wiseau is just the worst director of all time here.
Yeah. Like I think most people would agree, Mark is probably the best performance in this whole movie.
No. I disagree. The drug dealer dude was the best performance because he actually showed emotion and acted like a human being.
Dude, if you look him up on Wikipedia, the drug dealer dude, apparently he's like an Olympic bobsledder from Armenia.
What?
I looked it up like a few minutes ago and I saw that.
And an Olympic bobsledder gave the best performance of this movie.
Someone who has no connection to film whatsoever.
Because he was the only one that actually acted like a real human being and showed emotions.
Mm-hmm.
Except, no, actually, you know what? Johnny does show emotions. You're tearing me apart, Lisa.
I didn't.
You're tearing me apart.
I fed up with this world. Everybody betray me.
The drug dealer's actor's name is Dan Janjigian.
What a guy.
Dan the man.
All right, what What else do we got in this on Sarah's letterbox review?
He's also a political candidate. Nice job.
Okay.
Armenian American former bobsledder, former actor, and political candidate. So he was competing at the 2002 Winter Olympics, probably right after he filmed the scene for this movie.
All right. Good question here. Does Mark always sleep with hazardous, sexy mood candles next to his highly flammable bed?
Yeah, probably.
Oh my god, this fucking movie. I'm getting enraged talking about this movie.
Why? Why? This is the greatest movie of all time.
We haven't even got to the best part of this whole movie.
What was that? There's so many good parts.
The part after he goes, I did not hit her, and Greg's telling the story about the girl with the 12 boyfriends who lives on what's the name of the street, and how
no, bro, it doesn't matter.
The boyfriend beat the shit out of her.
Yeah, and Johnny laughed. What a story!
What a story!
No, the best part is this is the reason why the street it's on matters. Is because Tommy was breaking out laughing that whole scene, apparently. This is what I heard when I read the disaster artist. So the name of the street is the name where Tommy lived. And Mark threw it in there so Tommy would stop laughing, and he still laughed anyway.
Oh my god.
And so they just left him laughing in there about this story?
Yeah. Apparently that was like his fifth take.
I already got to that part of the letterbox review. She's like, what was the part of that story that was so funny to Johnny?
Oh my god.
Why are Mark, Johnny, and Denny the only people who use the football field-sized rooftop with a stunning view of the city? Do they live in the same apartment complex as Bart and Fink? Why does everyone talk so inappropriately about Johnny's fiance to Johnny's face?
Wouldn't a more reasonable thing to tell Denny be that he's very young and we all have feelings like that sometimes, but he has to try to move on because Lisa and Johnny are together?
Nope, he's just like, oh yeah, that's okay.
Oh, and then it just randomly gets established that Mark lives in the exact same building as them.
Yeah, we never knew that before. And then, where did Johnny develop such a zen-like attitude towards people, suggesting his fiance might be unfaithful to him, and others flat out admitting they're in love with her?
This is also after the fact that she accused him of hitting her.
Yeah. Oh yeah, which is never brought up, and Lisa never tells anybody else about this. Besides, wait, does she tell her mother? I don't even remember. Oh yeah, no, she does. Yeah, but her mother doesn't care. So
yeah, her mom just doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, wait a second. He was drinking.
Johnny doesn't drink.
Yeah. Does Johnny respond to anything appropriately? Yeah, wait, there's someone in the movie who actually cares a little bit about the allegation that Lisa's been abused by her boyfriend, even if it's a lie. So Lisa's a sociopath, right? I don't know what she is. She's not a human being.
Why is Lisa's friend indignant about Lisa's behavior 1 second, but then cheerfully assuring her that she won't reveal her secrets in the next?
This is what like every character is like. They contradict each other every single time. It's like Mark too. Mark is always like, "Oh man, we can't do this. We gotta stop." And she's like, "Well, I'm gonna do it anyway." and then Lisa's one friend is just like, "You gotta stop doing this. You're about to marry this guy." And that's just like, "Oh, silly Lisa. Oh, you can go cheat and do whatever you want."
Also, why do they have sex at a party? There's like 6 people there.
No, why? No. Okay, first off, they send everybody outside, but there's like 8 people at this party. So how do they have the idea like, hey, let's have sex in here? Like, oh yeah, nobody's gonna walk into this room, and then they're shocked when somebody walks back in for something. And it's like this complete random that we have no idea who he is and why he's there. And then also later on in the party, Mark and Lisa are just dancing together out in the open and literally groping each other and expecting nothing to happen, and are shocked when Johnny gets mad about it.
Yep. Ugh. Why? Oh yeah. So after fucking Johnny and Lisa fight, why does she go to bed at 4:00 in the afternoon?
No, I love I love the one scene where Johnny and Lisa are actually like having a fight or whatever, and then like Johnny pushes Lisa down on the sofa like 3 times or whatever, but nobody cares.
I also love this
Oh
scene
my god.
where they're having sex at the beginning of the movie at like 4 p.m. and then it cuts and it's like.
Hold on, you gotta be a little more specific here.
But
Yeah,
at the
You gotta
very,
be you gotta be a little bit more specific here.
at the very
Like the
beginning.
first one, the very first scene.
Yes.
Okay.
They're kissing and they're getting ready to fuck, and it goes from like 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. So they were like fucking having foreplay for like 7
For
hours.
6 hours?
Yeah, they were just foreplaying for 6 hours.
So I guess every minute of that scene was an hour passed by. Jeez, bro. This movie's incredible.
Johnny got that sponsor from Blue Chew.
Does anyone else live in San Francisco in the universe of this film? There's about 10 people that live in San Francisco. Yeah, where are all the homeless people and stuff?
Oh, this was 2003. It was a different time back then.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Why is Tommy mad that his psychologist
Yeah.
friend wants to play psychologist with him when 2 minutes earlier he was asking his psychologist friend for psychologist tips?
Okay, I have another question. There's the one scene where it's like Lisa's friend and her boyfriend or whatever, where the guy gets head or whatever. What is the purpose of that scene, and what is the purpose of that character?
To get head.
What's the purpose for
of
any
showing that?
character? What's the purpose for anything in this movie? There is no purpose. Nothing in this movie has a purpose.
No. The moral lesson of this film is to not cheat on your fiance.
Yeah, because then they'll kill themselves.
Don't break up with your boyfriend because he might shoot himself.
No, the funniest part is that her gut reaction is, "Oh no, that sucks. Hey Mark, we can start dating now."
Yeah. It's just like, oh well, Johnny's out of the way now, so good news. Lisa is not a human being.
I love how Mark, throughout the entirety of the film, he starts off being very against like hurting Mark or hurting Johnny, and then they get to the party and he's like, fuck that guy. And then like 10 minutes later, he's all mad at Lisa because Tommy's dead now.
Yeah. Well, okay, so during the party, he gets mad at Johnny when Johnny finally confronts him about literally groping his fiance, and then he's just like, "Yeah, Johnny's such a loser, man. Why would he confront me when I'm banging his fiance?"
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah, because he says on the phone, "Oh yeah, fuck Tommy. I don't like him anymore." Like a fucking middle schooler, by the way.
Like
he
a
said
fourth
that
grader?
like yeah, he said that like a fourth grader. And then 10 minutes later, after Johnny throws his little fucking temper tantrum and then shoots himself in the mouth, he completely does another 180 and his entire character changes again for the last 2 minutes of the film.
I think it would have been really funny if they turned this into a Romeo and Juliet movie and Mark also killed himself.
Here's another great question posed by Sarah. Is wait, they're leaving the apartment? Didn't they just arrive?
Should we get
here's another good one. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Okay, so a really stupid scene is when another time where Mark and Lisa are trying to bang just like in broad daylight and stuff, and somebody like Lisa's friend knocks on the door, and so Lisa and Mark are trying to get like dressed back up again, but Lisa doesn't wait until Mark's dressed back up again. It's just like, oh yeah, you can come in, even though Mark has his shirt off
and his zipper's down.
Yeah, and the zipper's down too. And then Lisa's
oh my lord!
And Lisa's friend is just all okay with it and just like, oh, silly Lisa, cheating on your fiance. Oh, it's okay. And then the next scene, I'm gonna be like, Lisa, why are you doing this?
Should we give our girl Sarah some writer's credits on this episode? I feel like she's done more work than we have.
Yeah.
Here's a fantastic question. It's a two-part question. Part one: why is someone perennially carrying around a football in this movie? And secondly, who decided impromptu wedding dates football was a scene that needed to happen? Also, why are they still getting married?
All right, I have a question. Who is the editor of this film, and when he's watching this film over and everything they filmed, what made him say, let's keep the scene about catch with tuxedos in the movie? Oh, I just got another thing. So another scene where they're playing football again in wherever they were by like the trash cans or whatever, very symbolic of this movie. And Mark just pushes down Denny for no reason. And they're like, "Oh, do you need to go to the hospital?" Like, bro just fell down. And then the scene just ends.
Something very important. There is a movie theater at the Scottsdale Quarter by me. Not to dox myself or anything, but there is a
Bro
movie.
just doxed himself.
That's fine. I don't care. I'll get swatted. There is a movie theater called the Landmark Theater, and they play like old movies. They are playing The Room August 31st at 10 p.m. Should I go?
I will be there no matter what.
I'll be in the front row.
Dude, I kind of want to go, low key.
Yeah. Okay, here's another great question. Why does Johnny need to record evidence of Lisa being unfaithful? Shouldn't he have just said, "Hi, you know how you have just openly admitted to your mother that you don't love me and you're cheating on me? The thing you just said literally 30 seconds ago." Yeah, why did Johnny just witness that and just be like, I'm just gonna ignore that. Oh, Lisa will never.
Lisa would never.
Lisa would never do that to me.
Oh, God. This whole movie I feel like
does
this movie
anyone
just brain rots.
Bro,
You
does
like this
anyone
movie a
work
lot,
in this
right?
movie?
Yeah, Johnny.
What
he's a
was the
banker.
question?
Does anyone work in this movie?
Yeah, Johnny
No.
does. He's a banker. He just got a huge client, but he can't tell you about it.
Anyway, how's your sex life?
Oh, hi, Mark.
Uh,
Does time matter in this movie? Great question.
Does time matter
yeah,
at all?
what is the set of this? Like, what's the setting of this movie? How long is this movie like in universe?
I like to
Infinite?
think it takes place. I like to think it takes place all in the span of one day.
But yeah, wait, does it ever turn to night except for like the party? I think
The first sex scene.
Oh, okay, the first sex scene. But after that, I think literally the entire rest of the movie is shot in just daylight. So this all happens in one singular day, and then
know
it turns
that
to night.
in universe there's at least 2 days that pass because there's the very first sex scene where they're sleeping at night, and then the scene where Lisa goes to bed after the fight with Mark or Johnny.
Mm-hmm.
So there, in universe, there's at least 2 days have passed. That's all that's all I can say about how long the movie takes place in universe is the fact that at least 2 days have passed.
Apparently, Tommy Wiseau. So Tommy Wiseau likes to say a lot of different things about this movie. You can never pin him down on one answer. So apparently, he said this movie takes place over 4 months, 2 months, a month, 3 months, and 2 weeks, all in different interviews.
All those are wrong.
All of those are.
It's all one day. It's all one day.
This all just takes place in 2 hours. When Mark has the meltdown saying he wants to kill himself, why does the psychologist only latch onto the fact that Mark's smoking pot? It's just like when the mom was when Lisa told the mom about Johnny allegedly hitting her, and she was just like, "Oh well, Johnny doesn't drink."
Yeah, God, Oh, this movie.
And why doesn't Lisa like just go straight up and just be like, "I'm breaking up with you, Johnny," if she's already having sex with Mark and doing all this? Or why is Johnny still after Johnny learns literally in the middle of the film that Lisa is cheating on him? Why doesn't he just break up right there? But instead he prolongs the wedding and has this party. Which what is this party for?
It's for Johnny's birthday. It's for Johnny's birthday.
Johnny's birthday. Okay, well that wasn't. I don't remember that because of all the other dumb stuff in this movie. So at least they had an explanation for something.
Oh my god. I don't even know how we continue. Like, I don't know what else I can say about this movie.
Why have only two things happened in this movie so far? Lisa and Mark start having sex, or maybe not the first time. And D, Johnny discovers she's cheating.
That's it.
Wait,
those are the only two things that happen in the whole movie. Other than the end.
No, man, they play football in tuxedos for some reason.
And then change right out of them to go to
Yep. Yeah, I was just like, wait a second, are Lisa and Johnny actually about to get married? And then all of a sudden it's just like, oh no, the scene just ends.
Like, if I took a shot for this movie, and Noah, I know you said this yesterday, or maybe 2 days ago.
Yeah.
If I took a shot for every time somebody said, "Oh hi," insert character's
you would
name,
be dead. You'd be dead.
I would have died.
Or played football, I would have died 30 minutes into the movie.
Yeah.
The first 10 minutes alone, they say like, "Oh hi, Johnny," "Oh hi, Denny," like 4 or 5 times.
Everybody's surprised to see each other.
Like, I feel like I'm going insane thinking about this movie.
Right. If the movie is 99% conversation about the same thing, and the conversations are prompted by nothing and result in nothing, and it almost never matters who's talking to whom as long as either Lisa, Mark, or Johnny is present, and it's been established that Johnny and Lisa's apartment is on the west side of Northern California, and none of the characters have a single outside obligation, and anyone could conceivably be in the room at any time for any reason. Why leave the room ever? Yeah, every conversation is literally just about nothing. Like, what? Tommy Wiseau, why did you write this movie? What was your goal? If you're watching this,
I don't even know. There is nothing. This, like, I'm having a hard time just talking about anything because there's nothing substantial happening in the movie at any point.
No, man. Lisa's cheating on Johnny with Mark, and that's the entire movie, where they just have sex the whole time, and then finally Johnny decides to confront Lisa after an hour and a half of doing nothing, and then kills himself right after.
Yeah, he decides to confront himself with a bullet.
Wait, then Johnny just casually finds the gun laying around and kills himself.
Oh my god! I feel like we beat around the bush for this for a bit. I think we need to talk about his suicide. Oh, I'm going to preface this. If anybody listening to this is having mental health issues and they're feeling like they need to hurt themselves, please seek the appropriate help. And I would like to preface this by saying that we don't find suicide funny, but this one was.
Yeah. We don't. This is a movie. Disclaimer: this is a movie, and we know this is not real, and we are not encouraging suicide. Seek mental help if you are having those thoughts. Sincerely.
We don't encourage
this is a movie.
We don't encourage.
I found this.
Oh my god!
Because it's a movie.
God, this fucking scene where so it starts off and he's just throwing a fucking temper tantrum because Lisa's going to go have sex with Mark again in Mark's apartment. In the same building, by the way. It's in the same building. So Johnny's going through the apartment. He's breaking everything. And all of a sudden, like randomly, he just finds this gun, puts it in his mouth, and shoots himself. And that's how the movie ends. That's how
Well,
it
no.
ends.
Well, no. We have a little bit after that where Lisa, Mark, and Denny
yeah.
find them, and and Mark is just like, yeah, screw you, Lisa. I care about Johnny again for some reason.
And then it ends. That
Yep.
ends the movie. There's nothing after that.
So let's recap what happened in this movie. Lisa cheats on Johnny. Johnny kills himself. The end.
Yeah, pretty much. And like, I'm sitting here watching this movie. I finished this movie probably about 2 hours ago. First time I ever watched it. And I'm sitting there and I'm looking at this scene right after Johnny shoots himself, and he's sitting there posted up like he's Jesus himself on the cross, arms out wide. Like,
Yeah.
He thinks it's Walter White.
Like, what is this? He shot himself. Why are his arms out on his sides like that?
Because I think it's just like the force of the bullet. In Tommy Wiseau's mind, the force of the bullet where he threw his arms back and did that when he fell back after getting shot, shooting himself in the mouth.
Like, I'm watching this like is this supposed to be some sort of like symbolism because everybody loved Johnny so much? And
No. I think it's just not even intentional. And Tommy Wiseau decided, let me throw my arms out for this part.
All right, Ryan, what do you think about this suicide scene?
All right,
I got one more thing to say. I do have one more thing to say about it. So I went into this movie knowing it was going to be bad. So I was just having a good time. I'm like, I didn't like burst out laughing during any parts of the movie just because like I kind of had an idea of what it was going to be like. I was crying laughing during this entire scene. Like, I had tears running down my face because I was laughing so hard at fucking Tommy Wiseau's penultimate suicide in the room.
Penultimate. Okay. Let me preface this because Noah did it earlier. Suicide, not funny. Seek help if you have issues. But in this scenario,
I wouldn't word it like that, buddy. That is a terrible way to word it.
in this movie,
again,
it's funny. Can't wait for that to become a soundbite in a few years.
breaking, Ryne endorses suicide.
No, but in the fucking the way he just throws his arms back is nuts. It's like, did you guys?
It's like he shot himself with a shotgun, and that's like because he threw himself back so much.
Did you guys ever see those Vines when Vine was still around? Like somebody would get shot or die in a TV show, and it'd start playing the Jason Derulo "Oh Ooh What You Say" song.
Oh.
I'm having a fucking mental breakdown thinking about this movie.
We broke Nate.
Tommy Wiseau's The Room broke Nate.
Guys,
all right, what else? What else is there to talk about?
Guys, I think Sarah helped us out so much with this episode. I'm gonna link her letterbox when I do the letterbox links in the YouTube video.
I had no idea where to start on this.
I usually, so when I'm sitting down preparing for an episode, I usually when I'm watching the movie, I like to take a little bit of notes. Yeah. I physically could not take notes for this movie just because there was nothing happening. Absolutely nothing. There was nothing to take notes for.
No, man, characters just enter the room and leave the room and talk about nothing the whole time. That's a lot happening.
Every time a conversation was started in this movie, it was finished within a minute, and then, like in the beginning when Lisa's mom's talking about a breast cancer, like that's like a minute-long conversation. Lisa's mom enters the apartment and then leaves right after the conversation is over.
Yep. If I tried to write notes about this movie, I would have ended up like Tommy Wiseau's character at the end of this movie.
I love how the scene where the mom reveals something as like big as like saying, "Oh yeah, I have cancer." I love how a massive reveal like that should absolutely crush Lisa is just completely forgotten about, and Lisa does not care. So Lisa does not love her mom at all. Lisa has no human emotion.
No, she just loves Mark.
So Lisa
Like,
is a sociopath or something, or I don't know.
I can't wait for the sequel to The Room where Mark and Lisa are about to get married, and then Lisa starts having sex with Denny, and then Mark kills himself.
Oh,
And she gets with Denny. And then the third movie where they replace Denny's character with the drug dealer, and then Lisa gets with the drug dealer to end the trilogy.
to end the trilogy.
the Room needs a trilogy.
Oh, and apparently they're remaking the movie with Bob Odenkirk in it. So
Guess who's writing that movie? Or not writing? I think he might be writing that movie.
it's probably Tommy Wiseau.
Yeah, I believe so. It's called The Room Again or something.
The Room Returns, I think.
Who let
The-
that man get a
The
screenplay again?
the Room Pyre Strikes Back.
The Room Pyre Strikes Back.
And then Return to the Room.
Episode 4, A New Room.
Episode 5, The Room Pyre Strikes Back. Episode 6, Return to the Room. Episode 1, The Phantom Room. Attack of the Room. Revenge of the Room.
Apparently, this movie's in post-production too, so it's going to be coming out sometime soon.
The Room Awakens. The Last Room. Rise of the Room.
And then don't forget about the shows. The Roomalorian seasons 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, the Room DeLorean. The Book
Room
of the
Wars.
Room.
The Room Wars.
The Roomalite.
The Room.
Oh.
The Room Rebels.
The Room Rebel.
Solo of the Room story.
No, it's called
Room 1 of the Room story.
Rogue Room of the Room story.
Instead of Solo, it's just called Denny.
Denny.
Denny of the Room story. Mark of the Room story.
No, it's Peter about a room story.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
You know, we were talking about this before, that we thought maybe this review could be longer than the movie itself.
No.
I don't think it's possible. I don't think there's enough to talk. There's not enough substantial things happening.
There's nothing. Nothing happens. The characters do nothing. They have no motivations. They don't act like humans. Nobody talks like a human being. There is absolutely nothing going on. This entire film isn't wasted hour and 35 minutes and 35 seconds of my lifetime that I could have spent doing literally anything else to better my life. But instead, I sat my butt down and I watched this movie in its entirety. And I had to watch Tommy Wiseau try to act like a human, even though he's an alien. And this alien also wrote, directed, and produced this same movie and spent $6 million making this thing. But what was that $6 million spent on? I don't know, probably crack or cocaine or whatever. He probably just did drugs the entire time. That is the only possible explanation, either that or he is literally an alien in order to explain the tragedy that is The Room.
Have you ever heard the tragedy of Darth Johnny the Wise?
This is just all
Darth Plagueis the Room.
Darth Plagueis the Room.
Darth Johnny-us.
Oh my god.
Darth Johnny.
I don't know if there's anything else I can say.
Anakin Johnny Walker.
Johnny, what? He's named after a whiskey now? Johnny Walker?
No, it's Johnny Kim Skywalker. Get it right.
Luke Johnny Walker.
Johnny Wan Kenobi.
Obi-Wan Johnny Nobi.
Johnny Knows.
Darth Mark.
Darth Mark.
With this double-bladed lightsaber.
Lisa Amidala.
Lisa.
Johnny
Emperor
Palpatine.
Emperor Peter Teen.
Dude, I fucking love Peter. Yeah.
Oh,
This is the second.
Oh my god.
This is the second movie in a row we've done with a character named Peter, and I think that's our new angle for the podcast. Episodes
Yeah,
exclusively on movies that have characters named Peter. Next week is Spider-Man.
I wonder if
wait, who is
I wonder
Peter
if there's
in this movie?
the psychiatrist.
Yeah.
Well, how am I supposed to know his name? He's in like 2 scenes.
And
he does nothing. And he does nothing.
Johnny looks
Yeah,
The psychologist has no point.
He explicitly looks at him and says, "Oh, hi, Peter."
Oh, hi, Peter.
I'm sorry. How was I supposed to know that? And remember that one every single time a character is introduced as "Oh hi," and then whatever the heck their name is.
All right, I don't think there's anything else that we could possibly say about this masterpiece of a film.
Nah. Okay, so I was joking this entire review. The Room is an expertly made movie that has some of the best acting I have ever seen. Tommy Wiseau directed this in such an excellent way. I mean, first off, the movie looks incredible. The cinematography is top notch, and the acting, the performances that Wiseau gets out of his actors and himself is nothing short of incredible. This is the best acting I have ever seen in a movie, and the dialogue is so incredible, so realistic, very much mimicking real human conversation. It is always keeping you invested, and the plot is so dense and rich with things going on. And there's a lot going on, but it comes together in an epic climax that is a heartbreaking ending to a character that was absolutely incredible.
A heartbreaking ending to a character that shows the best of us.
Yes. And
my god!
Throughout that final scene, I was just crying the whole time because you really feel for Johnny, and you can tell the emotion of the scene. And when he finally puts the gun in his mouth, and that is a moment where I just started sobbing, and I knew what his fate was. And a character like that did not deserve the type of ending he had. And I mean, Johnny, honestly, he might be the best character I have ever seen in film. The arc he goes through is just so tragic, and I mean, The Room is just a modern tragedy. So anyway, are we gonna do like review scores or something on this?
I guess you can kick us off. You just told us pretty much everything you liked about it.
Yeah. So, The Room, I'm gonna give this movie a genuine 10 out of 10. This movie was a cinematic experience and nothing I will ever forget. No, well, okay. My actual review score is that I put on Letterbox is 0.3 out of 10.
Yeah.
Now you may ask why I put the 0.3 instead of just 0. I don't know why I did. Maybe because I laughed a couple times in this, and I guess if the movie is watchable, I'm not gonna give it a 0, even though everything about it sucks.
I don't know if this is a watchable movie.
Oh, it is absolutely a watchable movie.
I mean, this movie at least has some entertainment value.
Yeah, see, I was entertained
by
this movie. Not for the right reasons, but I was entertained still. So I can't give it a genuine 0. It's a 0.3.
No, I would definitely want to go watch this movie again before I watched fucking Borderlands.
That's fair. So yeah, I guess I'll go next. I gave this on Letterboxd 0.5 out of 5 because that's just the lowest it would let me go.
No. Okay, what's your actual review score? Like out of 10, we're gonna do like 'cause out of 5 sucks.
Out of 10, I'd probably give it like a 0.5. It's just not good whatsoever.
Nah, man.
lit-
You
I
don't like the scene where Johnny's like, I did not hit her. It's not true. It's BS. I did not hit her.
it's,
I did
it's
not.
bullshit. Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark. Anyway, how's your sex life?
I'm gonna be honest with
Oh
you.
my god.
Nate, I just think you don't
I
understand the message. You know.
I literally said in my letterbox that the whole movie feels like the entire hour and 40 minutes I spent watching this movie feels like a fever dream.
Oh yeah.
Nah, this movie, I don't think no filmmaker could touch this. Tarantino could never make this. Tarantino is one of my favorite filmmakers. He does not stand up to Tommy Wiseau.
No, I think you're right. I think Tarantino's so talented that he couldn't make something this bad if he tried.
Yeah. You know what? Tarantino studies Tommy Wiseau to get his dialogue.
This is one of those movies that, like, Nate, are you done with your review?
Yeah, there's nothing else I can say about it.
Okay. I'll go into my epic monologue now. I can't give this movie a score. Like, this is one of those movies that, like, its level of suck like literally transcends the plane of existence I'm on. Like it is literally so bad that I would have to shed off my mortal coil to be able to understand the level of intensity and passion that this movie was created with. Like, I'm just in a subset of human beings that can't
Human beings.
that can't understand what Mr. Wiseau was going for here. And, like, there's shitty movies. I've seen my fair share of bad movies. I've seen Slender Man. I've seen Borderlands. I've seen what's that one movie, like the Food City movie, fucking with the dog voiced by Charlie Sheen, Food Fight. I've seen that movie. I've seen fucking, I don't know, Friday the 13th, Jason Goes to Space.
Oh yeah, Jason X.
I've seen Friday the 13th, Jason Takes Manhattan. I've seen some bad fucking movies, but, like, this one doesn't compare. Like,
Like
this is
in
just
a good way or a bad way, it doesn't compare.
I don't know. This movie is just so fundamentally against what a film is. Like, it's not a movie. It's like, it feels like the unfunniest improv comedy group that you know had a camera and a budget, and they're like, let's film a movie about half love drama, half fucking soap opera, half drug movie? I don't fucking know.
I refuse to believe that this movie was scripted. There's no way anybody could write dialogue that bad.
This entire movie is just improv.
This movie feels like I'm in high school and I'm writing a paper and I did the outline, but I didn't finish the actual paper.
No. This movie is when you forget the night before to actually, like, write up your speech in your communication class or whatever. So you just got to go up there in front of the podium and just completely wing it.
Oh,
Oh my god.
you have to
I
wing
don't
it.
know it. I don't know if I could actually like sit down and watch this movie again.
Oh,
Like
I
with
could
being being sober.
I could watch it. I could watch it again right now.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I could watch this movie again sober.
Going back to what Noah said, this is like freestyling a speech for your communications class. If your communications teacher was also butt ass naked,
For 50% of the movie.
All right, can we just talk about Tommy Wiseau's sleeper build though?
no, dude.
Oh, that is something I am a little upset I didn't talk about earlier because like the whole movie he's in this like long like black leather jacket.
It's
And
like
then
a
for like
yeah.
two scenes he's wearing this wife beater and he just has the biggest sleeper build ever. He's fucking ripped.
And isn't he like nearly 50 when making this too, or something like that? Because I know he's old.
No, he's in his 80s because he's DB Cooper.
Oh, my bad.
I think he's like 60 something right now.
And I love how Tommy Wiseau
He's
still
all right. So
looks like the exact same and has the same hairstyle and look.
yep. Tommy
He's
Wiseau is
68 now.
currently 68. So
Yeah,
this movie came out
so
20 years ago. Yeah, so he would have been about 50 years old.
47.
The girl that
No,
plays his
47,
wife
48.
is 5 years younger than him.
Is how old?
She's 43
Wait, how old?
now.
She's 43
Jesus
right now.
Christ.
So she would have been
She was young. Wait,
she would have been 22.
yeah, she was younger than Denny.
What?
No,
No.
Bobby, no.
Okay, so first off, Tommy Wiseau is filming sex scenes with a 22-year-old when he's 47. And then Denny, the kid that looks 13, is younger than this girl. I've seen it all.
He's older. He's older than this girl.
He's older.
Older.
He's
Older.
older.
He's older. That's what I meant
Ah!
to say. This movie destroyed my brain that I actually said younger.
We're gonna have to put a headphone user's warning on this video because Jesus.
No,
I know.
we're gonna put a disclaimer that you need to turn your headphones up because the volume's a little too low for this one.
Thankfully,
hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark. Anyway, how's your sex life?
Thankfully, we all don't have that great of microphones, so Nate's screaming is mostly just the audio peaking and
Yeah.
not able to
Yeah,
hear.
that's fair. That's fair.
Everybody
Oh my
betray me.
God.
I fed up with this world. You're tearing
Shoots
me
himself.
apart, Lisa.
You're tearing me apart, Lisa. Why?
Also,
Why is
let's
this
talk-
happening to me? Why?
Let's talk about the dynamics of this. Not to assist anybody who may be suicidal. Again, go get help. But most people, when they shoot themselves, they do the side of the head. They don't put the gun in their fucking mouth.
Why are we analyzing this right now?
Tommy Wiseau is not most people.
Well, yeah, he's an alien, so he didn't know how to do a proper suicide.
He went
What
to the
makes you say that?
He went to the Kurt Cobain school.
Okay.
Chip, 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 chip. Chip, 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 chip.
We might have to cut that out.
We are not cutting that out.
We're not cutting anything out.
No, we're definitely cutting one part out here.
Oh my God. Yeah. The Room,
dude.
everybody.
What a movie.
Cinema.
Absolute
cinema.
But anyways, I think that's just about gonna wrap it up for The Room.
No, guys, we forgot this is a double episode where we talk about Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
guys.
right. Hold on. Let me pull up my notes real quick. So Paul Rudd stars, obviously. Great performance by him, I would say. Probably the only good performance in that entire film.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't forget about Jonathan Majors, despite the fact that he uses women like punching bags.
Hey,
Allegedly,
hey.
Very well-known women respecter.
Here's what's funny. Unlike Johnny, Jonathan Majors did hit her. He did.
he did. It's not bullshit.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God, we're gonna get canceled.
Yeah, that's what
Not as bad as Jonathan Majors did.
Oh my gosh.
See,
Yeah, anyways,
I'd get into a fight with Jonathan Majors because he won't hit me. I'm not a woman.
all right. Anyways, I think that's just about gonna wrap it up for The Room.
Yeah, I think the longer this goes on, the worse it gets and more brain dead it does. Just like The Room.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna keep screaming if we try to talk about this movie more. I can't do it.
Going back to
You're
Ant-Man
tearing me apart, Lisa.
is bullshit.
Oh, hi, Mark. Hi, doggy.
Anyway, how's your sex life?
All right. Anyways, next week we're gonna be doing Twisters.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God.
Wait, are we actually doing Twisters?
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah. We've got we have an extra month in August, so we've got an extra movie we can do.
Yeah, we're also so we were originally supposed to do Twisters last week, and then we said fuck that, let's do Deadpool. And then the person we were wanting to do Twisters with, he's like, "What the fuck?" So we're doing Twisters next week, and we're throwing the August recap at the end of that review. So, like in the time we're at right now, where we're kind of just bullshit and doing whatever, we're gonna throw the August recap on the end of that, and we'll talk about movies that we saw in theaters in August, movies we watched for the first time in August. I'll probably rant about Borderlands for a little bit. We'll have a good time.
Yeah, and then we'll get into September and do our movies there. Oh, here we go. We
Nate,
can do. Oh,
do you have?
I see where we're doing it. So we're going to, instead of doing a bad movie in September, we're going to do The Sandlot at the end of that month.
No, that is the bad movie.
Oh yeah, you're right. My bad.
I'm kidding.
You know, I think I might have found.
Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania is gonna wait a month.
Yeah, we're gonna have to wait at least 2 because we've got to do
2
month
months.
of horror.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be plenty of bad movies we can do that month.
I really want to do. Going back to my monologue, I think we should do Jason Goes to Space.
I agree.
Sure.
Jason X.
Fuck yeah, Jason Goes to Space.
Has anybody ever seen it? Have you watched it, Ryne?
Yeah, I've seen it. I've
Nate,
watched
have
all.
you?
I have not seen it, but
Okay.
I know it's terrible. Look, Google Jason X, and the pictures alone will tell you how terrible this movie is.
My freshman year of college, we had a project in my film class where we had to watch a horror movie franchise and talk about how, because horror movies, this would probably be a better thing to mention on our Halloween episode, but I'll just do it now so I don't forget. Movies tend to have this thing where the first 3 or 4 are pretty good, and then they progressively get horrible.
Well, you should watch the trailer while we're here on the episode.
Is this supposed to be Jason?
Yeah, it is. Yep, that's Jason.
That is not Jason. What is this?
Hold on. No, I want to hear your live reaction to the trailer.
Yeah, play the trailer.
Okay, let me go to YouTube real quick on my laptop. This episode's gone on way too long. We should have ended this like at the beginning. This is a waste of time, just like The Room.
It's only been an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah, we have to stretch for another 20.
We are not doing that.
This is the shortest episode of our podcast.
It is.
Okay, well, I gotta watch an unskippable ad from YouTube, of course.
Naturally. I blame Mark Zuckerberg.
I blame the... I can't do that. She's dead. Never mind.
Wait, what? Where were you going with this?
The CEO of YouTube. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I didn't know she was dead.
All right, shut up. I'm watching the Jason X trailer.
All right.
You brought him on board? Everything's under control, man.
All right, so why is Jason in space?
Because he got frozen. I don't remember why, but he got cryogenically frozen at the beginning.
Wow, what a line. What, are you high?
What? Are you high?
Oh, broke through the glass. Uh-oh. What is this editing for this trailer? This is trash.
I actually want to watch this trailer because I've seen this movie, but I've never seen the trailer.
This looks like it was made on like a $200K budget. Oh, nice effects there.
Oh yeah, let me
That is not Jason.
The budget was $14 million.
Double, more than double.
There's actually one really cool thing about this film.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Something good about this?
Yeah, I was watching it when I was watching one of my one of my favorite YouTubers. Shout out Red Letter Media. But so this movie was the first movie ever to its color grading was done digitally. This was the first ever movie to have digital color grading.
Mm-hmm.
But this movie got stuck in development hell for a little bit. And Oh Brother, Where Art Thou came out before this movie, and that movie was called the first movie ever to have digital color grading, even though this movie was finished first.
Real issue.
So Jason X has an impact on how we make movies today, sadly.
Sadly.
This is the 10th installment in the Friday the 13th franchise.
Why does the Friday the 13th franchise have 10 installments? What is
Oh,
it
it
with
has
horror
more.
movies?
It has more.
Yeah,
They made more? After
Yes.
yeah.
this?
There's
Freddy versus Jason.
and then the remake.
Why? Who is going to see like 15 Friday the 13th movies?
Me, I watched them all my freshman year of college.
There
I'm sorry.
are, there's 12 Friday the 13th movies.
Oh my gosh.
There is only one Friday the 13th movie I despise, and it's the 8th one. Jason Takes Manhattan. I would rather.
You don't despise Jason X?
No, because
Oh, no,
Jason X.
that's just so bad
Jason
it's good.
X, yeah, it's bad, but it's fun.
Yeah, just like The Room.
I also hate the third one.
Really? I like
I'm
the
not
third
gonna lie.
one.
I have only watched
I'm sorry.
one Friday the 13th movie, and it was the first one. And it was mid. So I was like,
No.
I'm not spending my time on other stuff. Because I normally don't watch horror movies anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
2,
so
4, and
the only-
6.
The
I
only
will- I will
horror
s-
franchise I've actually like invested into is Halloween, really. And kind of Nightmare on Elm Street, too.
The
Friday has
fourth
some good movies.
Friday the 13th movie was called The Final Chapter, and then they made 8 more.
Oh, time to get all horror nerd on you, because
Wait, no, they literally did. Why was it the final chapter? And then a year later, they made another one.
Okay, I'm trying to explain that. So Friday the 14th, Friday the 14th, Friday the 13th, Chapter 4 is called The Final Chapter. It was meant to be the last movie. Spoiler alert for an 80-year-old movie. Jason died, or 80, what the fuck? Spoiler alert for a 40-year-old movie. Jason dies at the end of that movie, like actually dies. And then in the 5th movie, it's a copycat killer, and then they bring him back to life in the 6th movie. So it actually was meant to be the end of the franchise, and then it did extremely well at the box office, so they made another one.
That checks out.
So they made 6 movies, all within the
Oh, yeah.
80s on this or
Yep.
something.
One
Yep.
came out pretty much every year
Yeah, how?
because people watched them.
Why? I'm kidding. There's some. I know some of them were good. I just haven't watched them.
Yeah,
I really like-
they made 9 Nightmare on Elm Street movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, they probably should have ended that at like the 5th one. Actually,
like
I like New Nightmare. I think that's
Oh yeah, I like Wes Craven's New Nightmare.
that's like the 6th one, right?
Yeah, something like
Yeah.
that. So they made 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 Halloween movies.
Is
Yeah.
Wes Craven?
Halloween should have ended after the second one.
No, I like Halloween 4.
It's mid.
Which
I like
one's the one where it's like a cult and he like sees like sister or something?
Oh, what is
the
that
one with
like
Paul
this?
Rudd, Halloween 6.
Yeah, The
Oh.
Curse of Michael Myers.
Yeah, bro. I like so the Halloween movies I like are 1, 2, H2O, 4, and Halloween 2018.
That's fair. I think we're kind of dragging on a little bit here, though.
Yeah. Welcome to the month of horror at the end of August.
Anyway, how's your sex life?
Anyway, guys, we appreciate you guys listening in.
And comment down below how your sex life is.
Oh my god. Yeah, I think we're just gonna call it there. I was gonna do a whole outro, but I don't have the brain cells to do it.
I would do the outro. Noah, how about you hit us with an outro this time?
Tommy Wiseau is my favorite. All right, in conclusion, Tommy Wiseau is the best filmmaker, actor, producer, and writer of all time. I think we have made our case for why this movie is the best movie we have done so far, and probably we will ever do. There is not a movie like The Room. The Room is unlike anything I have ever seen before, and I don't think I'll ever see anything like it again. Truly an experience, and I suggest everybody watching this goes to watch it if they haven't already, because this is truly an experience. So
I will agree with that. If you haven't seen this already, definitely watch this movie.
So we're going to end it off right here. Thank you all for watching this episode. Tune in next week for, Twisters?
Yeah, Twisters and their August recap.
August recap. Okay, so tune in next week for that, and we'll see you guys all in the next one.
All right, see you guys.